I take all of my motorcycle rides solo. That means that all of my trips are taken solo as well. And what I've noticed over the last couple of years is that some of the planning aspects and also just your mentality during those trips really dictate how much enjoyment you get out of that ride. At some point, I stopped worrying about speed and getting somewhere fast or trying to cram in a ride.
Highways demand constant attention, but usually don't give much back. You're locked into one speed and one rhythm, managing traffic, the wind, and cops, instead of enjoying the surroundings. Personally, I don't find highway riding rewarding, and I hate fighting it. Staying off the highway slows things down and makes the ride feel more worthwhile. I notice more, stay more engaged, and finish the day feeling better, even if it takes longer.
If the fastest route kills the enjoyment of the ride, it's not really the ride for me. And once I let go of worrying about destination to destination, I started to think about how long can I actually ride and it still be enjoyable.
As a general rule, I limit my planned actual but in-seat ride time to around 4 or 5 hours. Longer days sound productive, but they quietly wear me down. Shorter riding leaves room for stops, delays, and changes. I found that riding 4 or 5 hours actually equates to about 7 or 8 hours on the road once random stops happen, gas fill-ups occur, and sightseeing starts taking place.
Riding 8 hours a day from destination to destination may not be the most enjoyable way to spend your time on a motorcycle trip. Something that I also like to do is plan most of my trip around midday stopping points.
What I want to see and do happens in the middle of the ride. Planning your trips around sightseeing stops along the ride allows you to slow down the day and give the ride structure. It gives you time to take a breather. They're where the trip actually happens. Small towns, food, waterfalls, coffee, overlooks, roadside attractions. Those are the moments that shape the day. If I reduce stops and sightseeing, the trip starts to feel like it's just something that has to be completed. Just get to the finish line. When I plan a trip around them, it becomes an adventure and something new to experience, and the tone is much calmer and happier.
Yes, it's a motorcycle trip, but that doesn't mean that you have to spend the whole day on the motorcycle. I also have made a big point to reduce the amount of gear that I bring on a trip.
I tend to not bring a lot of extra things just in case. This is a bit of a carryover from when I used an ultralight backpack. But if I haven't needed something on past trips, it doesn't come with me on the next one. Fewer things means less time packing, unpacking, and managing gear day to day. For example, this is all of my gear for my week-long trip to ride the tail of the dragon. All of this fit into 2 small saddlebags and a backpack-sized dry bag. This made it easy to get my gear on and off the bike when needed, and made it so I didn't feel like I was catering to a bunch of stuff that I didn't need.
I probably would feel differently about this if my motorcycle were less reliable than it is, but I would also argue that you don't need to bring every size wrench. This sort of carries over into just being overall flexible throughout the trip.
You've spent days planning the perfect route for your trip, and then you run into a detour that pushes you in a different direction. The fact is, this happens often. Plans change, unexpected things come up. That is travel. And frankly, the resulting route change can sometimes be where the magic happens. Be fluid and adapt. There are plenty of amazing roads that will lead you to where you need to go. Just take a few moments to review your map and pick another road or destination and enjoy it for what it is.
Things are going to happen. It's really about how you handle these situations and how much stress it puts you through. And if you want to talk about something that can change your plans, it's weather.
Conditions change quickly, and ignoring that almost always makes the day worse. I have a history of getting stuck in the rain, and I'll tell you, most of those times could have been avoided by simply checking the weather more often. Over the years, I have tried a few different weather apps, and my favorite app all around is AccuWeather. It has a nice, quick interface with easily accessible radar maps. But if you're a data nerd, the Windy app should be your next stop. Frankly, it's a bit over my head, but it has much more detail if needed.
Sometimes it's best to just wait it out. Grab some coffee, sit down, and let it pass. My last point is one of the bigger points that I have. We live in a world where digital interaction is the norm now. This is not doing you any favors on a motorcycle trip. Some of the best experiences that I've had on my motorcycle trips have been because I took a recommendation from someone random, somebody at a gas station or a coffee shop. Generally, this stuff doesn't happen by happenstance. You need to engage. Locals know the roads, the surrounding areas, they know the best places to go, the best places to eat. Ask them. Does it always work? No, of course not. Do you get bad recommendations occasionally? Sure, but that's part of it. That's part of the journey. But I'll tell you, when it does work, it's fantastic. Well worth sticking your neck out. In general, my solo trips have taught me one thing. Trips don't need to be perfect to matter. It's how you take a deep breath, shift your plans, and try to enjoy the journey as much as humanly possible. Because that's why we're on the trip, to experience a journey. So as always, ride safe, stay curious, and enjoy your journey.